So I decided to apply for grad school. I was like, I've got the grades, this is going to be the answer. I just want to continue my career. I can't do this right now. Maybe the best answer is grad school. So I started looking at grad school opportunities for things that I wanted to do, and I ended up applying for grad school in the University of Ottawa in Canada's capital. And I got into biology working with a guy who was mostly in geography, working with lake sediment cores, where you would get this core and slice it up really thin, and each section you would slice up represents a space in time going further and further back in time. And what was I doing? I was staring at a microscope for like 6 to 8 hours a day, counting various critters that I just saw on these slides and trying to identify them for each section and marking down the year that this section represented within maybe 10 to 15 year brackets. Yes, I was doing that. And you know what? I didn't care if that was boring because I was getting paid. I was contributing to science. I actually like boring work. I could listen to music or watch a movie while I was freaking counting bugs on a freaking microscope slide. It was great. I could actually do this and do this well and hyper focus and just go. So I was in Ottawa, and I decided to get acquainted with Ottawa, and I went to meetup, and I started going to different meetups. One meetup that I really liked was the Ottawa CFI, and I was drawn to this because I basically had gone to one meeting in Toronto called Toronto Atheist Meetups with Justin Trottier as the head organizer, if you recognize that name. So I started going to meetups, and I started hanging out with the Ottawa skeptic atheist crowd, and that was where I met who at the time I thought was the man of my dreams, my life partner, the love of my life, who I'm not going to name here. And so we had this amazing whirlwind kind of romance, and he was great. We hung out a lot. And he was the first person that actually made me and want to have sex. And actually made me feel yeah, I want to have sex with this person a lot. Oh my gosh, wow. But towards the end of my second year of my master's, which is the end of the program anyway, he was finishing up his engineering program at Carleton University, and he had actually gotten an offer for his dream job as a computer software engineer in Silicon Valley, and he was like, yep, I'm starting my career, I'm flying away to Silicon Valley, I'm going to California, sorry. And as much as I hated it, I knew that this was his place, and I knew that this was the right choice for him, and I had to deal with it, and that was just what I had to do. And so I was kind of left after this feeling kind of heartbroken and disoriented, and at the same time that he was leaving to start his life, I just submitted my thesis, and we were going to graduate and do this all together. And so I flew through that, but by the time I finished it, I was like, I don't think I'm really going to get a career in this. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this as my career, because who wants somebody to just sit down in front of a microscope counting stuff? I don't actually know. Not only that, but I just didn't see myself getting the right career directly out of my master's after all had been said and done. In a similar place, it's just like, I'm kind of sick of academia. I don't feel like I want to do a PhD, and I don't really know where I'm going right now, and I've kind of got this baggage with my ex here in Ottawa and a lot of other crap, so I'm going to get the fuck out of Ottawa for a bit. Don't really care where. And so I decided to apply to Cambrian College, which is a medium-sized college in Northern Ontario, Sudbury, Ontario, to go to environmental management impact assessment.